Alrighty, so here's the last section of our exponential unit. I told you yesterday that we need to keep our notes from yesterday. All of the exponent charts that we filled out is going to be very, very important that we use them today. Today we're going to solve exponential equations with different bases. And when we have different bases, we need to make them the same by using our charts from yesterday or some of our knowledge. So, very, very important. You want to refer to your charts from yesterday. So if you can pull up those notes or get them back out, it's going to be so monumentally helpful. First step is rewrite one or both bases in terms of the same base. And most often it's needed, but I did add if needed. Second step is just like we did yesterday, or the last time we met, I should say. We set the exponents equal to each other if we have the same base. We've got to have the same base in order to do this. And then solve your exponents like any regular little equation. Once you get your same bases, it should not be too hard. So our first one, we did have a question like this on our assignment yesterday, or the last day we met, I'm sorry. We need to look at bases of 6. So 6 to what power gives you 36? Well, if you do 6 to the first power, that's just 6. And if you do 6 to the second power, that is what? I hope you said 36. So we're looking for 6 to the second power. And now we can just set our exponents equal to each other. So in this case, it's just x equals 2, and there's no solving to do. We already have our answer. Number 2. We do have like bases. We have a 2 and we have a 2. So now we just get to set our exponents equal to each other and solve. So we would have 3x plus 3 equals 9. Subtract 3 on both sides. And we get 3x. 9 minus 3 equals 6. Divide both sides by 3. And we get x equals 2. For our number 2 answer. Number 3, you want to go back and look at your chart because we need to get our bases in terms of 5. And if you look back at your chart, and you can see as you go down that to get 125, it's going to be 5 to the third power. 125 equals 5 to the third power. It was in your chart from yesterday. So we'll rewrite this problem. 5 to the 3x power equals 5 to the third power. Now we can just set our exponents equal to each other and solve. So I've got 3x equals 3. The opposite of multiplying by 3 is to divide by 3, and we get x equals 1. So that's your answer for that problem. Number 4, we're going to want to refer back to our chart from yesterday again. So look under the powers of 2. And if you follow that down, you can see that 2 to the 5th power gives you 32. I'm going to erase this top problem now. 2 to the 5th power gives you 32. So we'll rewrite this problem. 2 to the power of 4x minus 3 equals 2 to the 5th power. And now we can set our exponents equal to each other and solve. So we have 4x minus 3, that's this power, equals 5, which is this power. The opposite of a negative 3 is to add 3 to both sides. That goes away, and I'm left with 4x. And 5 plus 3 is 8. The opposite of multiplying by 4 is to divide by 4. And we end up with x equals 2 for this answer. All right. Number 5, we're looking for a base of 3. So if we go back to our chart, and hopefully you just know this, we would find that 9 is 3 to the second power. 9 is 3 to the second power. So that's the basis of like bases of 3. And now we can set our exponents, which are 2x and 2, equal to each other and solve. So we have 2x equals 2, divide both sides by 2, and we get x equals 1 for your answer. Number 6, go back into your chart. We're trying to find a base of 5 to some power that equals 625. And if you go down your chart from yesterday, you will see that it's 5 to the 4th power. So now we've got our like bases of 5, and we can set our exponents equal to each other. So we have 2x equals 4. Divide both sides by 2, and we get x equals 2 for this answer. Are you seeing how yesterday's notes were very, very important for today's assignment? Alrighty, so we also have a chart of 4s because I did the chart of 2, 3, 4, and 5 for it to help us on today's assignment. So we're looking for bases of 4. So go to your 4 chart, and you would find that 4 to the 3rd power equals 64. So now we have our like bases of, we have our like bases of 4, and we can set our exponents of x and 3 equal to each other. So there's no math to do on this one. X just equals 3, and we're done. Now on number 8, we want to go to our 2 chart. And if we look down a ways, we can see that 2 to the 4th power, so this is going to be 1 over 2 to the 4th power, is going to give us a like base of 2. However, we need to bring this 2 to the 4th power back up to the top. And so that would change our exponent to be a negative 4, So now our problem is going to be 2 to the x equals 2 to the negative 4. 2 to the negative 4. And now we can just set our exponents equal to each other, so there's no math other than rewriting our exponents. And we have x equals a negative 4. X equals a negative 4. So the charts from yesterday is very, 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 very useful. Alrighty, number 9, we're going to use a base of 3. So we're going to look in our 3's, and we should find out that 1 over 3 to the 5th power gives us 243. So once again, we want to bring this to the top, and that just changes our power to negative. So the problem we're solving is 3 to the 3x minus 2 equals 3 to the negative 5. Now we have like bases, and we'll just set these two exponents equal to each other and solve. So we have 3x minus 2 on the left-hand side and a negative 5 on the right-hand side. Opposite of minus 2 is adding 2 to both sides. That goes away, and we have 3x equals negative 5 plus 2 is a negative 3. The opposite of multiplying by 3 is to divide by 3. So then we get x equals negative 3 divided by 3 is a negative 1. All right, here's another one of the switcheroo ones. We're going to our chart that has our 4 powers, So if you go to the chart that has the 4 powers, you will find out that 1 over 4 to the 4th power gives us 256. So we want to bring that back up to the top. So that gives us 4 to the negative 4th power. And that's what we're going to set equal to each other, this guy and this guy. Alrighty, so we have like bases, so we can just use our powers. So 2x plus 2 equals 4 to the negative 4. So our powers, or our exponents, are going to be 2x plus 2 equals a negative 4, The opposite of a positive 2 is to subtract 2. That goes away, and we have 2x equals negative 4 minus 2 is a negative 6. Opposite of multiplying by 2 is divide by 2. And we end up with x equals negative 3 for our answer. Alrighty, Hope this was helpful. Please use your charts from the previous day's lessons, and good luck on 5.7, the last unit of, or the last section of this unit. So we will prepare for the review and the test next.